Hades 2 is like going to a buffet, but the food is good, and each time you come back to the table for seconds, they've added new things to try. Then you come for thirds, and they've added new things to try. Then you come again and try to eat light, but they just pulled out the dessert, and how can you stop now? You gotta have everything. The food is so good. Come on, eat it. Eat it. Hi, I'm Acolyte, nice to meet you. This video will serve as my first impressions on Hades 2. To be clear, I haven't finished the game, let alone unlocked every system yet. I'm writing this after finishing my furthest run in Hell, which was 2 rooms away from the final boss according to Melinoy. So, is the game good? Bad? Well, let's start from the beginning. This is Hades 2. This game takes place after the events of the first title, Hades, by Supergiant Games. Now, if you're new, perhaps you're wondering if you need to play that title to understand this one and to get it out of the gate. No. You can jump right in if this interests you, but be warned that you will miss out on some Easter eggs and references to the first game. Whether it's characters, set pieces, or little items here and there, by playing Hades you will enhance your experience of the sequel, but by no means is this required for those that want to jump right in. Hades 2 is a roguelike with real-time combat. You'll be running, dashing, slashing, and singing? Your way through this entry in the series, as your goal is to get to Kronos at the bottom of Hell and slay him to help out the Olympians and save Melinoy's family from his clutches. If you're unfamiliar with roguelikes, this might sound straightforward enough, but the caveat is if you fail at any way down to the bottom, you'll find yourself waking up back at the crossroads on another night, ready to try another run. You must complete the entire adventure in one go essentially, but the silver lining is that despite your failures, you will still be progressing towards completion. The wiped progress may sound daunting as you'll lose anything you pick up each run aside from collectibles, materials, and quest progress, but it's not as bad as you think, and getting back to where you once were becomes easier and easier over time through the progression systems and game knowledge. These games are notorious for essentially having an almost endless loop with RNG influencing each run. You're never sure what events will take place or what items you'll have for your build, which can make it fun and unique for a long while. Overall, it's a good time, and if you've never played one before, I can't think of a better starting point than Hades. Just to give you the basics of a roguelike, you'll be crafting new builds each time you journey forth to try and destroy Kronos. In other games of the genre, such as Risk of Rain 2, the game can be very item dependent, such as picking up a missile launcher to shoot enemies, an electric ukulele that will shock things as you hit them normally. The gameplay revolves around making decisions and picking up items that will add to your damage. Hades 2 is similar in that you're making choices and picking things up during the run, but instead of Melinoy remaining static throughout the run with the same gameplay and items adding on to what you're doing, the elements of Hades that change are your moves, with each upgrade, boon, hex you pick up giving you new abilities or changing the way existing ones work, allowing the game to stay fresh each time and result in a ton of experimentation for the curious. The game so far has done a great onboarding process for new players. Just like the first one, it throws you into a run to experience the gameplay with minimal exposition. You can just try and see how far you can go. Eventually, when your run ends, you'll be sent to the Crossroads, a base of operations or hub area of this title which will allow you to come to grips with the different systems and how the game plays in the training room. Your goal is to become as strong as possible each run, traveling further and further down into the gates of Hell to reach Kronos. To do this, you'll be enlisting the help of the gods and goddesses of Olympus alongside some other mythological beings from the ancient Greek stories. To help Melinoy on her quest, you'll receive boons, a build path, if you will, for how your abilities will play each night. These can range from adding a freezing effect onto your attacks, chain lightning on every hit, to laser beams you build up over time. The goal is to find something you're comfortable with and try to make that ability or set of abilities as strong as possible to conquer your foes. Doing this, you'll naturally get boons as you explore further and further alongside other items such as hammers to enhance your weapons and level ups to abilities as you play. The best way to understand the system is to quite literally venture down yourself and just experiment. The beauty of roguelikes is seeing what kind of wacky or cool builds you can put together and see how far they take you, figuring out what does or doesn't work for you, and I'm happy to say this is something Hades 2 seems to be doing right. Building off the first entry and expanding upon existing systems while adding new ones to keep things fresh. The way this is done is quite genius as only a little bit is exposed to the player each time, allowing each failed run to still feel exciting as you'll end up at the crossroads wondering, hey, I wonder what I've got to check out now. That's not to say you're gonna fail a lot, but more so just to showcase that it's part of the process and what makes the first title so special. Each trip back to the crossroads allows you to activate new passive and active effects, shaping up how you might want to play the next run, and influencing certain aspects of the RNG so you can have a more consistent time learning the game. There are newer systems here that weren't in the first one, such as the Cauldron, and the Mirror is seemingly replaced by a card system, but both are great as it only shows as much as you can unlock before showing you more, preventing the player to feel overwhelmed while constantly instilling a sense of mystery and progression as you learn more and more. The combat seems pretty similar to the first with the addition of the mana and cast system. Melinoa has different weapons at her disposal to Zagreus, and may feel similar in some aspects but are unique in their own right. For players jumping in with Hades 2, you don't need to worry about this, and just know you'll unlock new weapons each time, giving you access to different playstyles during the combat segments. Since this isn't a full review, I won't go too in depth, but the options so far are enjoyable, and this is before unlocking their aspects to see how they really shine. Just to showcase some of the diversity, my favorite combinations so far have been using the Giant Axe alongside Zeus's boon to have each hit send out chain lightning to nearby foes, and Hestia's boon to enhance my basic attacks with a burning effect allowing me to melt things with the charged up version of a spin to win build. The other build I've been enjoying is also with the axe, but instead of spamming the special spin to win move, you're spamming the special ranged move to spend mana. This allows me to build up what the game has called hexes. It's a new system of special abilities that only work once enough mana has been spent, and my favorite being a laser beam that hits hard and fast. I just run around spamming my shockwave on the axe, and then I laser everything after to make sure it's dead. This is just to showcase some of what's possible, and not even touching on things such as the necromancy system, familiars, builds revolving around getting hit. There's a lot to love in Hades, and I think for those looking for variance each playthrough, you can definitely find that here. You'll come up with your own combos as you play, but that's for you to figure out. Let's talk about the story a bit. As I haven't finished this, there's not too much I can really say on it, but the story is told in bits and pieces. You will get most of it through exposition with other characters either during or after runs, making each trip to and from the crossroads a chance to unlock more knowledge of the going-ons and what's happening to Olympus and Melinoa's family. It's serviceable, and even making moments such as past memories playable was a nice touch that I don't believe was in the first game. The storytelling is done through the gameplay while also leaving fun moments for you to discover just from wandering around and talking to different people. I'll have more to say on this in the final review. Overall, Hades 2 has been a fun time for the first few hours, and I'm excited to see how this continues and shapes up over the next few days as I work towards full completion. After that point, I'll try to get a full review out, and maybe with some other videos in between or after that. If you enjoyed the video and would like to support me, consider liking and subscribing. If you're maybe looking for a game that's more action-oriented, less RNG, and more about that fast, visceral gameplay, why not check out my video on the best hack-and-slash platformer of 2025. With that said, I'm Acolyte, thank you for your time, and see you in the crossroads.